let's talk about where this is going. Obviously, it's a fast moving space, very difficult to predict what's going to happen. But in a recent podcast appearance, you describe AI evolving from a helper into a kind of a peer in the coding experience. And we talked about that earlier in the episode together already. In presentations, you've expressed the idea that the atomic unit of all digital interactions will be an agent call. And virtually every customer experience we know will be reinvented with AI. So, how will this changing environment not only change how software is built, which we've talked a lot about in this episode, but also how AI engineers, data scientists, software developers, how they see themselves and how businesses value their efforts?
So to start, like where I see the space evolving, right, which I'm really bullish about, is we want to build, especially here at the Amazon AGI Lab, we want to build useful AI, useful and practical AI. So this is really our core focus here. And what we think this might look like and will look like is that the agents become much more of a digital teammate, a digital coworker of yours. And we spend a lot of time here in our research teams to think about how do humans actually learn, right? So the future of agents, as we see it, is definitely like a multi-agent, a very collaborative environment, interacting with other humans, right? Like imagine you have this digital coworker of yours. How do they learn how to do the tasks, everyday tasks? And my colleague, cognitive scientist, Dr. Danielle Persick, she actually talks a lot about that in her podcast, Making a Mind. She really looks into those aspects, right? How humans learn things, how humans collaborate on a task together. And then we're working together on how can we translate that to building those agents, and how can we teach those agents to learn like a human, to collaborate, to ask for help, to being humble. So this is a super exciting space. And if we think about what this can bring us, right, it's like we might be able to just, select the agent and say, hey, can you help me with this task? And the agent maybe checks back a couple of times, but then also it learns from those interactions like humans would do, and then can do those tasks more independent in the future. So I think a lot of things will go in this direction, working with agents together to help us multiply our own productivity, which is exciting. So I think for everyone, whether you're a developer out there, whether you're an AI engineer, I'm super excited about this space. I think how we interact with technology will change. And it has, looking in the past over all the decades and the technology innovations, like we always had adapt. We will still have continue to do that. But I think there's a lot of positive in there. Again, doing it obviously very responsible and safe and reliable. But getting to this stage where we can all use AI to then augment our own capabilities. So I think this is what I'm excited about, at least for the future.
Wow, it's a really cool mission. Is that kind of in the namesake of Amazon AGI Labs? Like, obviously, artificial general intelligence is this idea of an algorithm or system that can replicate all the aspects of human intelligence. So it kind of sounds like that aligns with this idea that you have someone that feels more like a coworker working alongside you that could be helping you out on any kind of task.
Yes. And again, the focus is really kind of what we call the useful AI, right? So we want to make sure everyone gets value out of working with AI, useful and practical for day-to-day tasks. And this will hopefully reinvent how we as knowledge workers work, how our work looks like, and hopefully, loading off those really kind of tasks we dread throughout the week, and we can focus on kind of more the creative and higher level tasks of our jobs.